Welcome to the source. The source. Source. Hey, get the source.
Good morning. What's up, everybody? Oh, hold on. 1 second. My voice is picking up on his mic. How? Why is my voice picking up on his mic? How is that fixable? Do an audio check. Oh, that's not. Why? Oh, okay. Talk.
What's going on, everybody? Happy to be here.
All right, it's super loud. Why is my voice picking up over there? All right, so we just got to turn yours down, I think. We usually don't do... All right, talk now.
What's up, everybody?
Still
Happy to be in New York.
I think this should work. Yeah. Okay, it looks like they could just pick up your clicks and stuff. Let me turn it down even more. I don't know how that's possible. You know what? I know what to do. I'll put on YouTube and listen myself to see how you sound. Usually we don't produce from this computer.
Also, good news to everybody. I will be in the official Big Apple in a couple hours. Everybody wanted to rain on my parade yesterday. My favorite part about it is it's like everything that you see and you think in your head because of the movies, it's there.
I think it's just echoing a little bit, but it looks good. All right, so I might be echoing a little bit, but I just listened to it and it doesn't sound that bad. So we're just gonna roll with it. It says real echoey. Why is that though?
Damn it! No, now I gotta hear it myself.
Looks good. All right, so I might be echoing a little
So
bit.
if for some reason your mic,
It doesn't sound that bad, so we're just gonna roll with it. It says,
why is your mic coming in so loud? I don't know. All right, whatever. It's not that bad. Let's just do one game as a test. Brewers, Pirates up first. This is the first game. I just want to do this as a test. Aaron Savale pitching against Mitch Keller. Mitch Keller plus 100 at home. I thought you were going to bet the Pirates last night against Steady Freddy, but you didn't. You left money on the table there. Would you take him here?
I would, just because of the line. It's kind of fishy to me that you continue to get this Brewers team at a very cheap price. I understand that the Pirates are really bad, but Savale is not a guy that I trust on the road. Over his last 7 starts with Milwaukee, he only had 2 starts on the road. One of them being Oakland, one of them being San Francisco. Neither one of them was really good. I just feel like this line's a little trappy. You continue to get this Brewers team at minus 120. They're really not playing for anything right now. If Pirates are past, there's just no way I can bet it. Because first of all, Mitch Keller's history against Milwaukee is shaky at best. Last couple starts, his last start against them was really good on the road, but the previous 4, besides that, were all 4 runs, 8 runs, 4 runs, all in 5 innings. So Brewers don't really have much to play for, so I lean Pirates, but it's just not enough for me to bet it.
So Pirates are pass. Hold on, let me load up the pick graphics too. Yeah, I said they said Toast is very low. I just turned him up. I turned him down before because I thought that was the problem, but it's not. I just turned him up, so it should be good now. Yeah, it seems like the problem is his mic is picking up everything. Like I hear Andy clicking his mouse, which is like he's not clicking his mouse abnormally loud or anything. I don't understand why it's doing that, but
It's not Modi.
yeah, it's not Modi. All right, let me get the picks up. Come on, picks. Let me just make sure it's working before we move on to the next game. Andy, why don't I see picks for the Pirates game? What does that have to do with anything? Oh, there it is. There you go. So he said Pirates are pass. We're good. All right, let's move on to the next one. I accidentally muted myself. All right. We got Royals, Nats, Corbin's on the mound, and Toe said, I think I have to bet Washington today. He just said that about 10 minutes ago. I don't know if he actually did.
I literally just did that before we went live on the show. Nats first 5, plus 145 on DraftKings or FanDuel, whatever you like. This price is wrong. We've talked about Kansas City the last week and a half or so, that they're absolutely doing nothing at the plate. And like I said 2 days ago, they haven't been a 500 baseball team in over a month. They're 3-7 their last 10. Over their last 10 games, here's their runs scored really quickly: 3-0, 1-0, 1-2, 1-6, 3-5. This team is just not scoring runs right now, and so you can obviously make this low-hanging fruit joke that Patrick Corbin's on the mound, but need I remind you that his last 8 home starts, Patrick Corbin's rocking a 3.33 ERA, a 1.09 WHIP, a 3.35 FIP. I mean, that's extremely good. Not to mention he's facing teams like the Yankees, the Rockies, Miami. I mean, again, and I understand that Miami isn't like a fantastic team, but they're actually, I mean, they're a top 10 team the last month or so hitting right-handed pitching. So again, my point to that being is that the only time that Patrick Corbin's really looked bad in the last 2 months at home was, I mean, maybe there was the start against the Angels where he gave up 4 runs in 4 innings, but previous to that, he looked really good. He went 7 innings against the Padres, 6 innings against the Reds, 5 innings, 1 run against Arizona. Again, does he have his blowups in there? Yes. But again, if you have a team like the Royals that aren't scoring runs right now, it's really hard for me to believe that Patrick Corbin doesn't pitch well here today. I mean, is Michael Wacha pitching really good right now? Yeah. But at the same time, this price is just absolutely insane to me. So do I think that the Royals are a better team? Yes. But is this price completely wrong to me? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't bet the Royals here at like minus 130. So the fact that they're in the, close to the 200 or minus 175 range is just absolutely insane to me. So, and keep in mind, the Royals have needed to win for a week now. So this whole idea that, the Royals need to win. Yeah, they do. And they haven't been able to score runs when they've needed to win for a week and a half. So if it starts today, so be it. But I'll take my chances with Corby the Gamer on the mound.
Corby the Gamer. Nats first 5. Is that price about the same as the full game, plus 145?
Yeah. Nats
first 5. Is the Nationals bullpen so bad that you wouldn't even think about going full game?
Kinda. That's just I'm just at a point now where unless I feel like there's a significant advantage for that bullpen, that's why I've been playing kind of first 5s the last week and a half. Like, the issue is that you have certain teams that are bringing guys up to fill roster spots, and you don't want to get in a spot where some guy has a bad day and just ruins your bet, because then you're just screwed. So,
true. All right, let's move on to the next game here, which is Rays Tigers in Detroit. Tyler Alexander against Reese Olson. Are the Tigers still rolling? They won last night, right?
Oh yeah. I'm not saying this as a joke or to be funny. The Tigers are the hottest team in Major League Baseball right now.
No, grimace.
8-2 their last 10, 14-6 their last 20, 22-8 their last 30. To say that this team has been on a roll is an understatement. They are played their way to a playoff series, and to be honest, I think they have a pretty decent chance of winning a couple games, especially when you have Skubal on the mound. As far as today goes, it's Detroit or pass. I passed yesterday with Detroit at a cheap price, and I'm probably gonna. I am
so sketchy though.
Yeah, and I feel like it's kind of sketchy here today as well. I will give you that Reese Olson, not a guy that I'm in love with. I mean, again, he's really not going deep into games, and so that's what's kind of holding me off. Is that over his last couple starts since he's came back from injury, he's only went 3 innings in both of those starts. And then if you flip it over to the Detroit bullpen, they had multiple guys worked yesterday. No, it's not like taxed or anything like that, but again, I feel like the price is a really nice price for them. So again, if you wanted to put something small, I have a hard time believing that they lose, but it's just a little sketchy for me to actually bet Detroit here today. Like I said, maybe that's just me not being able to bet favorites like that when I know the world's on them. But I left money on the table yesterday. I probably do it here today, but it's Detroit or pass. But yeah, I'm pass.
Mr. Infinite in the comments says Rays money line is the, and I quote, lock of the day. Plus 148, lock of the day.
I will give you, I mean, that's a really solid price. I mean, yeah, if anything, that Detroit price is, like you said, sketchy as all hell.
The Tigers won a close game last night. Did they use their arms?
It wasn't close.
I thought they were like 3-1.
7.
Oh, they must have scored late.
They did. That's true. Yes, they did.
I'm going to glance at the Tigers bullpen. How about that?
It's good to go. They just used everybody.
They were all 2 days rested before that.
Yeah. So,
right.
Again, do I think the Tigers win? Yeah, but if I paid minus 150 or got a decent price on the run line and they lost, I would be just so upset with myself because sometimes it's just okay to say I pass.
All right, let's move on to the next game, which is Angels White Sox. Have the White Sox won like 5 in a row?
No, they've won 2 in a row though.
I thought they won a few before that too.
No, they played the Padres, lost all 3.
Fuck the Padres, bro.
For real. After last night's performance, disgraceful.
That was a winnable game.
Yeah, 100%. I will say though that now that I looked at it like 5 times, Jackson Merrill wasn't even close to getting that guy at home.
No, not even close.
We were excited for a second, but it wasn't close.
Yeah, definitely not close.
Again, no interest in betting this. I would love to come in here and bet Tyler Anderson at a cheaper price in the first 5 against Chris Flexen, who's been like really, really bad. But Tyler Anderson has been a shell of himself. He was really good on the road for the first 3/4 of the season. And now his last 4 road starts, he got killed by Houston. He looked decent against Texas. He got killed by the Royals. And then he was like mediocre against the Blue Jays. But again, I mean, it'd be White Sox or pass. Flexen's really bad. But again, I just don't know what the Angels are playing for. I know that you can say the same thing for the White Sox, but the White Sox, I think, are just trying to save face. So it wouldn't shock me if they rattled off a couple wins to end of the year. I mean, is plus 110 worth it for me? No, I would need a lot more than that. But I do think this game's more of a coin flip than anything. So, again, White Sox are pass just on the price alone, but heavy emphasis on the pass.
Yeah, I'm good here. Let's move on to the next one.
If you're watching or betting this game, I respect you.
Cardinals. Well, I mean, I do like betting Kyle Gibson on the road. On the road in Coors is a little weird.
Rockies first 5 for me. So this is just me getting the Rockies at home with Kyle Freeland on the mound, who, I mean, over his last few home starts, pretty decent. He had one bad one against the Padres, but besides that, he's been pretty damn good for them. Kyle Gibson, I just don't know what to think of him. I mean, he was a guy that, yeah, you're 100% right. On the road, he was a guy that we were backing a lot. But then over his last 3 road starts, he had one good one against the Yankees, but then Toronto hit him up. Cincinnati hit him up. Not to mention, you keep on going even farther back to that. The Cubs hit him up. The Nationals hit him up. The Pirates hit him up. So, like, it's just one of those things where, like, I don't feel like Kyle Gibson on the road is a guy that I can trust right now. And again, I just felt like it was a price thing. I mean, I felt like getting I got him at plus 105 in the first 5 with the way that Kyle Freeland's been playing. I mean, look at what Colorado's been doing. They've been sitting at home. They lost a couple games, a walk-off, or that 5-6 game against the Dodgers where they gave up 2 home runs at the end of the game to lose it. And then again, yesterday was a 2-5 loss. Where I think their bullpen, if I'm almost positive, their bullpen gave it up in like the 5th or the 6th. I just feel like there's a significant pitching advantage for the Rockies here with Kyle Freeland at home. So to get plus money, it wasn't a huge bet, but I did bet the Rockies first 5. So Kyle Freeland did pitch against the Cardinals last year. He went 7 innings, only gave up 2 runs as well. 6 innings, excuse me. So, and the Rockies have seen Kyle Gibson once this year already. They scored 3 runs on 8 hits against him. So through that all together, it was worth a small bet on the Rockies first 5 for me.
Someone said this is a call the number game. Bro, we're talking about baseball in late September. There's a lot of those. Like, there's a lot of meaningless baseball games.
That's why it's a lot of first 5s for me, guys. Just focus on what you can control.
Yeah, the crapshoot in the late innings. Texas, Oakland, Kumar Rocker. There's your boy.
It is my boy.
True or false? All-star next year.
False. Probably, just because they're probably going to be worried about his arm and limit him and stuff like that. But we'll see. I think the stuff is there, though. This is super well. I don't know how square it's going to be. In my head, it's very square. Oakland's last game in the Coliseum, they're not losing. Oakland money line. I'm dead serious when I say that's why I bet it.
Last game ever, right?
Yeah, last game ever at the Coliseum. I'm not going to sit up here and make some case that I think that JT Jinn's going to go out there and throw a master class or anything of that nature. Again, Oakland hasn't been playing great baseball. They're 3-7 their last 10. I will say though, they were on the road in Chicago against Wrigley. They were against the Yankees. And then the Texas game, they looked decent on Tuesday. They got blown out yesterday. This is honestly me just betting that Oakland doesn't lose the last game in the Coliseum. It's square as hell. I don't really care. It's not like Texas is anything to worry about anyway. So I did bet Oakland at a short price at home. It's square as hell. But that's what I did.
Is it square? I don't know why that would be.
It's gotta be. There's no way it's not.
Bro, I didn't even know it was their last game in the Coliseum.
I mean,
Andy says I'm the only person on earth that didn't know. I guarantee you. All right, hold on. Let's do a poll.
I was going to say, yeah, run that poll because I'd be actually curious because now if it's not, I'm going to like it even more.
Did you know that today was the last Oakland A's game
and honestly, if we're going to just really quickly too, I love me some Kumar Rocker, but at the same time, he's only going to go 2 or 3 innings. And then we're going to get multiple cracks at that really, really bad Texas bullpen that they saw. The Oakland saw multiple guys, like 3 guys yesterday. And it wasn't like they saw him for like a couple pitches. Festa went 29, Leclerc went 24, and Chafin went 24. So if Josh Schwartz or Gerson Garbaggio comes out and pitches gems, so be it. But I'll take my chances.
So far, 70 people have voted. 53% said no, they didn't know.
Damn. Okay.
So,
well, then I actually
and
like.
Not to mention, someone called it out. You know, people are gonna lie and pretend they knew. True. Bro, it's football season to the general public. We don't give a shit about the Coliseum. Plain and simple. No one cares. Even Andy's trying to act like he knew. You didn't know.
He didn't know.
Yeah, you were well aware. Didn't mention it once this morning in the office. Oh, did you? I didn't hear. I usually drown out a lot of the shit you say. So. All right, Baltimore. Oh, Toast will be in attendance. And by the way, Toast is like, when he comes out here, he's gotten lucky on some. So last time he came out, it was probably in January, and we had not planned on going to the Rutgers game or anything. Toast was just, we were sitting on the computer, and he goes, how far is Rutgers from here? And I was like, it's like 35, 40 minutes. And he's like, we should go to the basketball game. They played Purdue, who was number 1 at the time. And like spur of the moment, we just stubbed up tickets, went. We saw them hit the freaking buzzer beater to upset Purdue, and the court got stormed. We were in the 5th row. The court got stormed.
Right. Players were running up to us, like high-fiving us. It was awesome.
And we weren't even supposed to go. It was a last-minute decision. Now he's here. He's going to – I'm not going because, it's Friday night before – it's Thursday, Friday before college football weekend. I don't have the time. But he's going to the Yankees game, and he ends up seeing Corbin Burns versus Garrett Cole, Yankees to clinch the division. That's a cool game to be at. Hopefully they lose, but that's a cool game.
It's a very cool game. Very, very lucky. Shout out Shipley. Thank you for the tickets. But fuck you, Shipley. Baltimore first 5. I'm going to bet this. I'm actually going to do it right now since I'm in New Jersey. I can do it right on my phone. Feel really cool. But I just don't understand this price. This price continues to rise. I'll tell you what I told them earlier in the office. I don't love betting Corbin Burns in general. I also don't love the fact that he hasn't given up a run in 2 straight starts. Both of those starts were to Detroit, though, which is a little bit impressive to me considering how well they've played. Now, I will say, though, that over his last 7 starts, again, talking about Corbin Burns, the teams that he has faced that are bad, he absolutely dominates. The teams that actually have bats, a.k.a. the Dodgers, Astros, and Boston, which that Boston start looks even terrible now the more you look at it, he's been lit up. But And there's a big but behind that. I do trust Corbin Burnes in bigger games. As much as I'm not, like I said, I'm not a fan of Corbin Burnes. I think everybody knows that. But I can't argue the fact that he's pitched well in big games. And over the last 2 years, he's actually pitched extremely well against the Yankees as well. 14 total innings, only 4 hits, only 2 runs, 13 strikeouts, 3 walks. So again, I have a good feeling that Corbin Burnes comes in and pitches well against the Yankees here today. And again, against the Yankees team that's really not doing much. I mean, keep in mind, they're playing teams like Boston, Seattle, Oakland. Baltimore's on a really great pitching staff. And they do have their Yankee games where they put up 10 or 11, but they also have a lot of games where they put up 2, 3s, and 4s. So I have a hard time believing that they're just going to come in here after not really doing much. I know that they ended up scoring late on some really bad relievers yesterday, but they didn't do anything yesterday or the day before. And they got lucky to tee off on a really bad Oakland bullpen the last couple of days before that, coming out back to New York. And then Garrett Cole, on the other hand, again, I can't make this case that I think that Baltimore is going to smoke him and he's got terrible numbers against them. But I will say that this is the 3rd time that Baltimore is going to see him this year. He's went 10 total innings against them, 8 hits, 3 runs. So again, he's been good against them. There's no question about that. But I will say that Baltimore got to him last year in his home start against them, 5 innings, 6 hits, and 5 runs. And if Baltimore, again, over the last week, we've starting to see them play better. They lost that game. They lost those first 2 games against San Francisco. It was like 15-3, the total score between the 2 games. And then after that, I think it was the Santander walk-off against the Giants. And then after that, they've actually been playing well and scoring some runs. They lost a couple to Detroit, but everybody's losing to Detroit right now. But 9-5, 3-4, 7-5. I mean, the team is scoring runs right now, not to mention the fact that they've scored 14 runs over the last couple of nights in Yankee Stadium. I think they're going to be walking in here with some confidence. So, again, I wouldn't mind a first 5 under, especially if you can get like a 4.5. It's at -135 now if you wanted to do 4 at plus money. I would assume both guys pitch well here today, but at +130 in the first 5 in a game that I honestly feel is more of a coin flip than anything. I'll take my chances at like I said, +130 in the first 5 with Baltimore. I don't want to deal with that Baltimore bullpen. They are rested. They didn't use their major guys yesterday, but they used like all of their middle arms. And if I'm being dead honest with you guys, I don't think Yanier or Cano and Sir Anthony Dominguez scare anybody. So I could see them blowing a game late. So I just want to focus on Corbin Burnes. And if he pitches well, I'll take my chances that I win this bet.
Yeah, Shipley said, "I can't wait to see you tonight, Toasty, with a kissy face and a heart." And I'd like to double down on the fact that I'm not going to this game now, knowing that there's some weird shit going on. I'm completely good. I'm completely good staying here with Andy and Prop Beaver, handicapping some football games. I'm good with that. Also, I'm going to be moving because Shipley now has my home address. And this is something I can't sleep.
It's awesome,
Yeah.
but
I love the spot. Gonna have to move now. All right. So next up, was Miami Twins. The Twins came back and won that game last night, Toast. The only reason I know that is I saw we didn't have that game on, but I saw, what's his name, Lindy tweeting about it.
Oh, yeah, they had a 5-run 7th inning to win.
Damn. It's road getaway day, though.
I know. I honestly, I haven't bet it yet, but I'm down. It's Miami. Minnesota isn't playing good baseball right now, guys. Minnesota is a team that, had everything in front of them. They had Correa coming back, and really they've crapped the bed. They're 4-6 their last 10. They're 7-13 their last 20. I like David Festa a lot. He's pitching for the Twins today. He doesn't really go deep into games, but over his last 7 starts, over the course of the season, he's been really good for them. His last few home starts against Cincinnati, the Angels, Atlanta, and St. Louis, essentially going 4 innings and giving up 2 runs. But we all know about the Miami Marlins on getaway days and how well they played. For whatever the reason is, they continue to play well in this spot.
And if you don't know, now you know.
And again, do I like Beloso that much? I don't even know how you say his name.
I think it's Beozo.
I think it's Beozo too. But again, average. It's not. He has 2 bad start. He had 1 bad start in Colorado, which I say almost every time. Just throw that out because weird things happen in Colorado. But besides that, I mean, 6 innings, no runs against Washington. He goes on the road at Washington and Pittsburgh for 11 total innings and 6 runs. Went on the road at Grimace, only gave up 2 runs in 5 innings. So my point to being is that, I mean, I didn't say anything special there. My point being is that I don't think there's this huge pitching matchup huge pitching disadvantage for the Twins or the Miami Marlins. So at plus 200, I mean, it's only Marlins or pass. I said I haven't bet this one yet. But again, not to mention the fact that Minnesota used everybody in their bullpen yesterday. Miami, again, the Twins have a much better bullpen, but Miami has all their major guys rested and available. Everything that you look for in a dog, Miami has today. So if you want to pull the trigger, cool. I'm probably going to, just because I'm in New Jersey and I can bet it on my phone and I feel cool. But I wouldn't give it out like super confidently. But yeah, there's no way in hell you can pay minus 200 with the Twins right now. Not a chance.
Yeah, and dude, this has been hitting, and I'm not even the type of person that bets on, like, you'll see people in the comments like, oh, the Twins are undefeated on Wednesdays and shit like that. And I'm not, I don't mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying anything negative about those kinds of trends. I personally just don't like betting like that. But this Marlins on road getaway days. Now, granted, I think they've lost 2 in a row now. So, but they were so above 500, and you're getting these crazy prices every time. I don't know. We've come this far. We've made a lot of money betting the Marlins on road getaway days. They've lost 2 in a row, but our hits are like plus 175, plus 160, plus 190. The hits are so huge. We have some serious ROI betting this, and we've come this far. It's the last one of the season. How are we not going to go down with the ship?
You know what? You're so right. You're so right.
Yeah. So it's like, are we like, if they win this one, I will think about that the whole season. Like,
I'll never let that go.
Yeah, but like, why didn't I play the last Marlins road getaway day? So yeah, I'll bet this.
I'll give a little shout out. It's not the same trend, but J7 in our Discord, he's the one that started the Marlins first game of the series trends. So I'll give him credit where credit is due to start the whole Miami trend thing. So.
Someone in the comments goes, there are places where you can't bet on your phone? Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
Oh, yeah. It's terrible. Also, this is a direct quote from Shipley. That isn't me, whoever Eric Shipley is in the comments. Somebody's got a Shipley burner.
Oh,
that is awesome.
I did not know that. That's fun. So I guess the hearts and the kissy faces. I'm still moving. I'm still not cool with Shipley knowing my address.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a good group. All right. So the game me and Toe sat here. I was going through college football games while we watched every pitch of this game last night. And
Kyle got a glimpse into my life.
Yeah, I mean, I knew he was a Padres fan. Toast watches the Padres like a team watches an NFL team, like yeah, like flipping out, like going nuts about a bad strike call in the 4th inning. Then it wasn't even
even close,
and it wasn't even a strikeout pitch. It was like to make the count 2-1.
I know, but that changes every. Okay, you know what?
It does change the at bat. It does change the at bat.
I'm gonna let it go. Great game last night. Fantastic game. Part of it also was the fact that was probably the biggest game of the Padres season last night, and that's not a hyperbole. If they would have won that game, they would have got back to one game back of the Dodgers in the West. And if they would have won today, obviously that would have made it tied. And Dodgers play the Rockies next. We play Arizona. So obviously competition level is different. But I think that
Wait, hold on. Standings question. And this is coming from a Mets fan who we need the Padres to beat up on the Diamondbacks next series. If the Padres lose tonight, does that make the Diamondback series meaningless for San Diego? They need to win tonight?
No, I don't think it would make it meaningless just because.
Can Arizona catch the Padres?
No. Well, yes. I guess technically, if the Padres were to lose tonight and every game against Arizona and Arizona won them all, I think they would be tied. So no, because we own the tiebreakers. So I don't think they could ever take us. They could tie us.
I need the Padres to beat up on Arizona in that series, and I can't have the Padres going into that series playing meaningless baseball. I can't have it.
I don't think you're going to get that. I don't think you're going to get that. The only thing is you're not going to get the Padres better pitching arms. You're probably going to get like Perez, Budo, maybe, you know what though? Have no fear. Randy Vasquez is here. Okay.
I have fear.
But as far as tonight goes, This one's really hard for me. I feel like if you wanted to bet the Padres, you probably missed the number. I mean, the difference is like 5 cents, but you can't get the Padres at plus money anymore. I find it a little bit suspicious that you can get the Padres at such a good price. I understand the Dodgers tax and the Dodgers being so good, but I think that if you're watching this show today, that you don't need me to tell you how bad Walker Buehler has been since coming back for the Dodgers. He had one good start on the road in Atlanta where I'm dead serious when I say I watched that start, every pitch of it, just because I wanted to see, because he had pitched well and he had everything working. He was running into some walk issues, but I in my head, I let that go because I actually saw him making good strikeout pitches with spin and stuff like that. And then he comes home in a spot where I thought that he would pitch really well, and he gets absolutely obliterated by the Rockies. And he doesn't look good. I mean, I know he has 9 strikeouts, but giving up 4 runs in 5 innings in a game that, keep in mind, the Dodgers needed to win those games. I mean, now it's a little bit different because they won that game yesterday against the Padres, but at the time, and those were the games that the Dodgers needed to stay above the Padres. So this is the second time the Padres have seen Walker Buehler this year. They hit 3 runs off of him in 3 innings. Again, he wasn't really right, so I don't know. My point being is that I feel like the Padres have a huge pitching advantage here today. Again, Musgrove over his last 5 starts, he had 1 random blow up against the Giants where he gave up 6 runs in 4 innings. But 6 innings, 0 runs against the White Sox, 6 innings, 0 runs against the Giants, 6 innings, 0 runs against the Tigers, 7 innings, 0 runs against the Mets, 6 innings, 3 runs against St. Louis, 4 1/3, 1 run against Colorado. I'm not going to keep going through it. My point being is that Joe Musgrove's pitching out of his mind right now. The issue is he doesn't have great history against the Dodgers. His last couple starts in Dodger Stadium hasn't gone well in any way, shape, or form. 9.5 innings, 9 2/3 innings, 15 hits, 9 runs, only 7 strikeouts. So he pitches really well against the Dodgers at home, or at least he has the last couple of years, not so much in Dodger Stadium. I know if Walker's bad and Musgrove doesn't have a good history in the Dodger Stadium, I guess you could say over. So square to me. Again, that doesn't mean that it's not wrong. It just, I was going to say first 5 over 4.5 or Dodgers or Padres money line. I do feel like the Padres have a pretty big advantage in the back half of this game. Again, if you watch the show and you know me, you know what I'm about to say. The Padres have the best bullpen in Major League Baseball. It's not even close. And they didn't use anybody, all the major arms last night. Adam Scott and Suarez all had the night off. While Kopech, Trident, Phillips, all those guys pitched yesterday. Again, I lean Padres. I think the better plays first 5 over 4.5. I think I'm just going to end up watching this game. There's not a bet that I'm like, man, I have to make this bet. That's just how I feel. So maybe it's the Padres fan and me overthinking this a little bit, but I do lean Padres, and I feel like the over is a little bit square, but would make sense to see some runs today.
So Padres are pass. All right. Community is on Padres, 56%, 35% on San Diego. So let's do the community parlay and call it.
Community parlay, the parlay we bet, yeah. Community parlay is for the community. We community, making a parlay. Yeah.
All right, community parlay, and then you're heading up to the city here.
Yep, Shipley's about ready to hear. So pray for us, everybody.
All right, Brewers, Pirates, Royals, Nationals, Rays, Tigers. They like the Tigers. And Angels, White Sox. They like the Angels. All right, cast your votes. We're going to come back at 4 p.m. It talks some football. Obviously, tonight's game, the NFL, and the Army Temple college football game. Also, we're going to do a couple other college football games. We're going to do UCLA, Oregon. Lord BLT wants to talk about that game, so we're going to bring him on, go through that one. And I haven't gone through that game yet. I didn't do a video on that one, so I'll be all ears for that. And then we're going to do, I think, Alabama, Georgia. You guys already know my take on it, but we'll bring Andy on, the Georgia fan, and also Lord BLT has something he wants to share for that game. I think he has a bet in that game, too. So that's at 4 p.m. Eastern time for those of you who want to come back and hear about some football.
Were you born in Georgia or something? Okay.
Yeah, he's born in Georgia.
I didn't know that Georgia football was his team too, so that's why.
Oh no, he makes us watch Georgia baseball games. That ass.
Baseball's decent though, right?
It's college baseball. No one watches that dumb shit.
I think it's starting to.
Right.
I was gonna say it's starting to get a little bit more. But I think that was part of it is that LSU team last year or 2 years ago with Cruz and Skeens and stuff, and
It all comes back to Skeens. It's all everything revolves around Skeens.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never said this out loud, but if Jackson Merrill doesn't win Rookie of the Year, I think my wife's disappointment will change the way I watch baseball. She's gonna be so pissed off. It's gonna be sad. I'm not worried.
What she likes? Oh, if Jackson Merrill. Okay, right.
Yeah, because she knows it's Italy if he wins, and
I mean,
public pool
if
public pool if he loses.
What do you think? If I ran a poll right now, who should win Rookie of the Year, Skeens or Jackson Merrill? Who do you think would win that poll?
I think to be
Skeens would
honest,
win.
with all these little butt munchers, probably Paul Skeens.
with all these little butt munchers. I mean, dude, it's not. I get it. Jackson Merrill plays every day, but what Paul Skeens is doing is way rarer, I feel. Just saying.
What sucks is that I can't make an argument with people, and because they already know that they think I'm jaded.
Because you are.
This feels to me just like Spencer Strider and Michael Harris. Everybody thought Spencer Strider was the Rookie of the Year, yada yada yada. And when push came to shove, the writers said we're going to give it to the kid who plays every day, and Michael Harris. And I feel like it's the same thing here. Am I worried that the line has changed a little bit? Yeah, I am. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This much. But Jackson Merrill, another fantastic catch last night. Solid ABs. Just keep doing what you do, kid. You'll be all right.
Cast your votes. Finish out this community parlay. Someone said butt munchers unite in the comments. I feel like the more casual baseball fans know Skeens than Jackson Merrill. But I do agree. Should casual baseball fans be the ones that pick Rookie of the Year? Yeah. But I mean, the whole idea is to get more viewership, so why not give it to the...
I hate him so much.
Skeens for the butt munchers. What does Jackson Merrill's mom have to say about this?
She's a little bit harder to get in touch with. His dad.
Do you try to get in touch with her?
No, I don't know. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that came out wrong. Oh shit. I mean, if I would be lying if I didn't say.
She hasn't answered my emails.
This is true. That is true. I guess that's the sad part. That's the truth. Actually, her dad always writes you back. Mom, not so much.
It's not weird at all that you're just sending messages to his parents.
Well, when they respond, what was I gonna do? Not say something?
I don't know. All right, let's give it 5 more seconds and I'll again poll. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and poll. And the winners are Padres and Yankees. So Tigers, Oakland made it? Wow.
Oh yeah, they ain't losing today.
Can I get someone in the comments throw out some odds for this, por favor?
Yankees, Tigers, parlay. 9-18.
So the community parlay is Tigers money line, Athletics money line, Padres money line, Yankees money line plus 918. Like I said, we'll be back 4 p.m. Eastern time to talk tonight's football games. Also going to go through some football games for the weekend. Everyone, have yourselves a good day. See you in a few hours. Later.